The first thing I noticed was how neat everything looked. That should have reassured me. Instead, it made me uneasy. Evidence rooms are never truly orderly. They're functional, sure, labeled shelves, barcodes, chain of custody logs, but real systems carry scars. Smudges where tape was pulled too fast, handwritten corrections in margins, a faint sense of human fatigue layered over procedure. This one was too clean. I was assigned to the case review unit 3 years after the conviction. The mandate was narrow. Identify procedural weaknesses in closed cases that might create exposure if challenged. Not reinvestigate guilt, not reopen facts. Just ensure the record could survive scrutiny. Most files passed quickly. This one didn't. The case involved a homicide from 12 years earlier, a late-night altercation outside a warehouse district, a single suspect, a swift arrest, a confession that had never gone to trial because the physical evidence seemed airtight. I wasn't looking for innocence. I was looking for mistakes. The evidence inventory listed everything you'd expect. Weapon logged, clothing sealed, forensics cataloged, photographs archived, digital backups cross-referenced. Nothing missing. But as I cross-checked the physical ledger against the digital system, I noticed something subtle, a gap that didn't register as an error, just an absence. Item 47B, transferred, logged, never returned, not marked destroyed, not marked retained, just gone from the process. At first, I assumed clerical oversight. These systems were built by humans after all. Humans misplace things, they mistype, they forget to close loops. But clerical errors usually leave fingerprints. This one didn't. I pulled a handwritten log, the old one, bound in faded blue fabric, kept mostly for ceremonial reasons now. The pages smelled faintly of dust and toner. On the entry corresponding to item 47B, a signature appeared where it shouldn't have. Not the officer who signed it out, someone else, a technician. That was unusual, but not impossible. I wrote it down and moved on. I should have stopped there. Instead, I kept going. When you work long enough in systems designed to prevent failure, you develop a sense for when something didn't fail. It was simply ignored. There's a difference. Failure leaves damage. Neglect leaves silence. This was silence. I requested the archived emails associated with the case, not because I expected to find anything dramatic, but because routine correspondence often explains routine deviations. A delay, a reassignment, a vacation. The inboxes were sparse, too sparse. One message caught my attention. A single line, sent internally, years ago. Item transferred per standard. No reference, no follow-up, no reply. Standard to what? I flagged the file and brought it to my supervisor. He skimmed it quickly, nodded once, and told me to document the inconsistency. No instruction to escalate, no instruction not to. That was permission enough. The hearing was scheduled months later, after the defense filed a motion alleging evidence mishandling. They didn't know what they were looking for. They just suspected something had gone wrong. I sat in the gallery during the pretrial motion, legal pad on my knee, pen uncapped but unmoving. The defense attorney spoke carefully. He didn't accuse the department of misconduct. He suggested uncertainty, raised the possibility of contamination, asked for clarification. The prosecution responded with confidence. All evidence accounted for, all procedures followed, chain of custody intact. That word again, intact. Then I was called, not as a witness yet, but as a custodian of records. I explained my role, my assignment, the scope of my review. I spoke slowly, deliberately, not because I was nervous, but because precision mattered more than speed.
For full story, follow the video link in the comment.